Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with a new episode of Kim. This is a wonderful indie game by Secret Games Company, and we have already played through one episode of this, and this is based on Rudyard Kipling's novel, Nobel Prize-winning novel, based on the same name, named Kim. And we're going to head back in and see what trouble we can get our hero into. Let's do that. By the way, Secret Games Company, I love the music, the opening music menu. Wonderful. So, fun little fact about this great game, and that is, this is the only game that I've ever played that inspired me, and I'm going to pause real quick here, that inspired me to actually go out and get the book. I actually got the audiobook version of Kim and am listening to it, and it's really interesting, and it's also helped me to understand how badly I was mispronouncing some of the words. We are in Lahore, not Lahore, Lahore. And I also learned that S-I-K-H is pronounced Sikh. So hopefully listening to that audiobook should help me bring you slightly better narrated content. Let's dive into the House of Wonders, which is a real place, or was at the time of the book. And this gun here is where Kim starts out in the novel. And I realized, you zoom in actually, if we can. Kim starts out on top of this gun in the novel. So let's head into the Wonder House. The Lahore Museum. I love the music. Kim clicked round the self-registering turnstile. In the entrance hall stood the larger figures of the Greco-Buddhist sculptures done. Let's try that again. In the entrance hall stood the larger figures of the Greco-Buddhist sculptures done. Ah, yes. Savants know how long since by forgotten workmen whose hands were feeling, and not unskillfully, for the mysteriously transmitted Grecian touch. They're hoping to get statues as good as the Greeks do. Good luck with that. Kim says, "Hi, my." I think that's maybe a way to call out. I won't always read every piece for you, but I will give a paraphrase of it. So there are hundreds of pieces of friezes of figures in relief here, fragments of statues and slabs crowded with figures that had encrusted the brick walls of the Buddhist stupas and viharas of the North Country, and now, dug up and labeled, made the pride of the museum. We could find the sahib, or we could pick one up. We're very curious. Let's pick one up. And that will get the attention of Lockwood Kipling. Oh, I wonder if that's named after Rudyard Kipling. Put that back, dear me. Now, what is it you want? His opinion of us currently is 76. It'll probably be 52 or less by the time we're done with him. His office was but a little wooden cubicle partitioned off from the sculpture-lined gallery. Sahib, a holy man from Tibet wishes to visit thee, because we have our companion Lama, a monk, and we are now his new chela, a disciple. A Lama from Tibet? Well, tell him, here be the images, and I am here. I'll welcome him. This is good news. A Lama is somebody we really want to meet. Take Lama to the Wonder House. So we have unlocked that. Unfortunately, it's closed, so that doesn't get us any good. When does that happen? Because it's 9 at night. So now what happens? Let's ask him about the Wonder House. The Wonder House is open now. It is written above the door. All can enter. Shall I take you there? Well, it's actually closed, but who's counting? Is it true that there are many images of the Wonder House in Lahore? He repeated the last words as one making sure of an address. Come with me and I will show. So, even though it's closed, we can go in because, I don't know, we're special. In open-mouthed wonder, the Lama turned to this and that, and finally checked and rapt attention before a large alto relief. Maybe that means an altar relief, representing a coronation or apotheosis of the Lord Buddha. Oh, of course he would be. The Lord! The Lord, it is Sakyamuni himself. Sakyamuni. I'm learning all kinds of new words. The Lama half sobbed, and under his breath began the wonderful Buddhist invocation. To him the way, to the law. No, let's try that again. You see how I invocate? Crappy. To him the way, the law, apart, whom Maya held beneath her heart, Ananda's Lord, the Buddha sat. Oh, and he is here. The most excellent law is here also. My pilgrimage is well begun. So Lama must think this is very good luck to see a real statue of the Buddha. Out shuffled the Lama to the main hall, and the curator beside him. They went through the collection with the reverence of a devotee and the appreciative instinct of a craftsman. Let's see here. Kim is thinking we shall learn the history of Punjab, or I will learn about the dress and customs of different people. Well, I think let's learn about the dress and customs, because that may tie into the dress we need to do to get into different places as thieves. Little sneak thieves. Muslim visit +1 stealth. That's what I thought. Finally, the Lama rose and bowed a solemn farewell to the curator. We're going to be able to steal everything if it's not nailed down by the end of this game. When I return, I will bring you a written picture of Padma Samthora, such as I used to make on silk at the Lamisari, which is the monastery. Yes, and the Wheel of Life. Lama's making promises. Let's hope he can keep them. Complete. Take Lama to the Wonder House. And this is actually in the Kim book. And I'm very curious if anyone has read the Kim book or is inspired to read it because of this game. Please let me know in the comments. And I will actually leave a link to where you can buy the Kim book, audiobook version, and the paperback over on Amazon. And I'll put that in the comments. The curator would have detained him. They are few in the world who still have the secret of conventional brush pen Buddhist pictures, which are, as it were, half-written and half-drawn. So the Lama has a skill that I guess Buddhist monks have of being able to draw in a certain style, and the curator wanted to know more about it. But the Lama left. Okay, so that is taking him to the Wonder Museum. Let's see what that did for us. This is the missions panel. It's basically our journal and our current quests. It's a record of the objectives other characters have set for him. So we want to make sure that the museum's curator wishes to meet the Lama. We've done that. We haven't found the River of Arrow. We need to deliver a message to Umballa. We need to get a Muslim outfit. I still haven't figured out where to get outfits from. Any help from that would be... I might have to tweet Secret Games Company and ask them how to do it. Okay, so it is 10... I'm thinking it's 10 at night. So that means everything's closed up here. Yeah. So I think our best bet is to sleep. Yeah, let's go to Mahbub's horse dealers. The Lama's kind of slow. So 7 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours. So 6 hours is what we need to get our fatigue to 0. Want to spend the least amount of time sleeping and the most amount of time adventuring. Kim's bright eyes were open wide. This broad, smiling river of life. We've read this before in the first one, but it basically talks about the crowded Lahore streets. These are basically loading screens for the game, and they are excerpts from the book Kim. They met a troop of long-haired, strong-scented Sansis with baskets of lizards and other unclean food on their back. Wow, to eat lizards. So, it's 5 a.m. I'm thinking... You know what? It's actually... Let's see if we can do a little bit of... Oh, it's starting to get light. Let's see if we can... Is anyone home? We're hungry. Oh, we don't have a lockpick yet. Oh, well. Okay, so... Let's head over here and see if we can get any news from the local... Yes. So this is the Muslim letter writer. I believe there's one in every town, and they maybe are like newsmen, and you give them news because I suppose a lot of people couldn't write back then. We can ask for rumors. We don't need any rumors right now. We'll wait till we get to Umballa. Let's ask about the newspaper, though, if we haven't already. What newspaper do the sahibs read? That's the Pioneer. I've sent them many letters, but without reply. Where does it come from? It is printed in Allahabad. You can see the building there. They write it and print it all under one roof. Do you want to become a writer? Maybe one day. So, let's also stock up on some food, and then we're going to get to hit the road. So, I'm going to get some bread. I'll buy 2 bread, 2 peach. Want to keep an eye on the coin here. Cheese. 2 of those. And, sweet potato. Sweet potato does give you fatigue, which I don't quite understand. We'll just get 2 of each. The healthy choice. Okay. So, that means that in our bag here, we have plenty of food to eat, which means that we need to eat something right now because we're hungry. How about we eat some rice and a bit of bread? I mean, peach. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. It's time to leave town. We said that we would walk along the way. We're going to go along the Great Trunk Road. We are currently here. And we are going to follow along to Amritsar and then down to Umballa. When we head here, it will give us an option to travel south. We're going to travel with llama, of course. We can sleep. We're going to sleep outside and we're going to beg food. We don't really have the money. I want to save our money. We can go at a leisurely pace, or we can hurry. I don't really see any reason to hurry right now. There's no time limit on anything we have here, so let's take a leisurely pace. Very often being lithe, and inconspicuous, he executed commissions by night on the crowded housetops for sleek and shiny men of fashion. It was intrigue, of course. He knew that much. As he had known all evil since he could speak, this is Kim. But what he loved was the game for its own sake, the stealthy prowl. That's what we're going to be doing. A lot of stealthy prowling through the dark gullies and lanes. So, let's see what trouble we can get into. So this is basically, these are, I believe, and I'm going to zoom out as far as we can, procedurally set up maps. In other words, they're different. And on each map, there are little things that you can do. You can talk to people as you would along the road. You can stop here at a little wayside and get some food. There's some sort of little cat here. So let's just walk along the road here. Little cat. This is a Muslim farmer. We want to stop and talk to people. It helps to raise our merit. Plus, it also immerses us in the world. You are a man of the soil. How is the harvest this year? Oh, the harvest, how fickle a mistress. Ugh. I pray you do not go hungry. And there you go, plus 10 merit. And that's really important, I've learned in the game, just getting to know people. Ah, and there are some men on horses coming along here. Here's a Muslim trader. A traveling merchant. Oh, the things you must have seen. Up and down Hind I travel. Or Hind. I don't know if that has something to do with Hindu. A new village every night. If only my family could accompany me. I bet you could tell a tale or two. Plus 2 merit. Let's talk to these guys here. Oh, a servant. A Muslim servant. Hamid Siddiqui. Servant, who is your master? Do they treat you well? Oh, what you do not know of it, boy. Have you not met a sahib? They are cruel waste. A race. Sahib, once again, the British. You deserve better. Oh. Okay, so also we can step over here, and that gives us an opportunity to buy some food. And this is something we really want here. This is dal. Poor man's curry. We're going to buy 2 of those. And we're going to buy 2 curry. Oh, sweetmeats. Every boy's favorite treat. Plus, it gives us happiness, so we'll definitely take that. A bit of rice. Oh, I'm using up all my coin. Oh, gosh. I better stop. Let's beg. We should probably actually beg more than using all this coin, because we're going to need it. I am Chela, disciple to a great wise and holy man. You will acquire merit by feeding us. We will bless your restaurant. I love this game. Welcome. We are happy to accept a blessing, never hurt anyone. I guess maybe hurt anyone? Not sure. Okay, so we've received curry. Next time we'll actually beg. So, not much else. There's a fire over here that you can see. And over here shows a way sign. Ooh. Yeah, we still don't have a... We'll have to wait till we get to Umballa. Okay. So here we can sleep. We don't need to sleep yet, though. Not really tired. So let's head on the road. I don't think we're too tired. Let's see what to say. Yeah, no. And plus, if we're tired, it will tell us. It will, the game will tell us. Kim will tell us, actually. Oh, a Muslim beggar. Beggar, how thin you are. Are you sick? Oh, Maharaj, my father is dead, my mother is dead, my stomach is empty. Kim, that's my line. That's awesome. That gives us some more merit. Let's head south, leisurely. And Mother Earth was as faithful as a sahiba. She breathed through him to restore the poise he had lost, lying so long on a cot, cut off from her good currents. It looks like something has happened here to Kim. Hour on hour, he lay deeper than sleep. We'll have to find out what that refers to. Okay, and this, I believe, brings us to, Firozapur. Okay, perfect. I didn't mean to go to Firozapur. I meant to go, anyway, to Amritsar, but I love these pictures, that they're real, actual pictures from the time. What a genius idea. Secret Games Company did a great job. They really did. Excuse me. Still contending with a slight cough. Route 121, Ludhiana to Firozapur. Proceed along an excellent road leading across an open, partially cultivated district with the low Kadir land to the right of the Sutlej River. Past puka walls. A country cart track. Heavy cart track. So it's basically giving us directions until entering the town of Firozapur. Called from Feroz Togluk. The general appearance of this district is barren. The climate is considered to be salubrious. Equestrian exercise can be taken at any time. Salubrious, I think, means sort of depressing or sad, maybe? The weather is generally cloudy and cool enough to wear an overcoat, especially in the month of January. We are currently in April. It's April 21st, 1879. So that's a little overview of Firozapur, which happens the first time we come into any new city. So over here is a temple. Sikhs are welcome to stay a few days if they have appropriate attire, which we do not. And that's one of the things that we need to do here. Let's head over here. This is a Buddhist guard. Let's ask him about Buddhism. Do you follow Buddhism? Who was the Buddha? He was the prince who sacrificed worldly wealth for a middle way. You should follow him. Perhaps I will. So we have raised in his opinion, which is wonderful. Unlocked. Get a Buddhist outfit. Well, I'd love to. What is Firozapur like? There's not much to tell. It's hot. It's made even hotter by that ironmonger, and louder. Buy what you need and be on your way, same as all the others. Oh, that's depressing. All right. This is an apartment. We can't pick the lock. Let's head over and see what we can buy from the ironmonger. Ah, this is important. So his opinion of us is somewhat low. But we are going to need things to help us out. A price for a dagger is 13 rupees. And we definitely need something. That's a brass knuckle is 7. Let's use a quiet little dagger for protection. Oh, you can scroll down. There's more stuff down here. Perfect. I didn't know that. What is this? A simple wooden club, but surprisingly dangerous. We look over his wares, and Kim thinks that everything looks very, very deadly, but he thinks he'll have his best luck with a small but simple dagger. We have bought a dagger now. We are equipped for Combat, if we should get ourselves in trouble. Here's a laborer. How's it being a laborer on all of these days? I've labored long with little to show for it but bread, but when the sun shines, I am happy. A simple life. The sun is a fine friend. We are continuing to gain merit. Merit is, wow, 100 already? Ooh, goodness. Okay, so, over here, food, but we don't need any. I think we might be hungry, yes. Let's have a little... we're only hungry for an hour. What have you got here? Beg for llama. Let's continue to beg, because that's how. That's how we're going to keep our rupees. Oh, look at that. You can scroll up and down. That's cool. Welcome. We are happy to accept. So that gives us some doll. Wonderful. There's a place to sleep. Over here is another temple, but we are not a Muslim or dressed as one. Let's see what's over here. Can we go in this area? No? This area might be closed off to us. Yeah, okay. That's just housing. Over here. So there's not much to be had here in Firozapur. So let's continue on. Actually, it's getting to be night. It's about 7. Let's stop here and rest. I changed my mind. We can sleep outside, beg for food. Southeast. We'll continue on that path. Still more interesting and more to be shouted over. It was when a strolling juggler with some half-trained monkeys. And more to be shouted over. Okay. A woman who tied goat's horns to her feet. Oh, and with these danced on a slack rope. Wow. That sounds painful. Okay, so it's quite night here. Soldiers. Llama is worried. We are currently hungry. It's a British policeman. We may not want to stay here, but it's 2 in the morning. Tell me, Sahib, are your gods like ours? You natives and your gods. My god is progress, and you can be a part of it, boy. Yeah, we'll see about that. Clyde Halliwell's opinion. So, unlocked. Get an English outfit. Love to. We're going to have to do some stealing pretty soon, but right now it's nighttime. So let's sleep. We will sleep rough. Actually, let's eat first. We have some... let's eat something really nutritious. We have some wonderful... that was curry, I believe. And then we are going to sleep. We could sleep at a sarai. Where is that? What is a sarai? Oh, I see. It's a camp over here. Perfect. Okay. Well, definitely. Let's sleep there. Seems to be free. Oh, well, 2 rupees. All right. That's fine. Let's get that fatigue to 0. Traveling is rough. Their homes range from Howrah of the railway people to abandoned cantonments like Mangir and Chunar. Lost tea gardens. Villages. Chichana plantations. Chinchana. I'm hoping that someone comes along who is fluent. So we have slept the day here. A little bit hungry. We'll have a little bit of peach and we share it with Llama. And let's talk to a few people just to see what's happening on the road. A Hindu farmer. Llama is nervous around these soldiers. A Muslim laborer. There's 2 people over here I'm curious about. A Hindu private. And a farmer. We're going to need to continue on. I like the noise. I know you're very nervous about the soldiers. We'll continue on because we're going to make our way to Umballa. They gave him a glass of whitish fluid like to gin and then more, and in a little time his gravity departed from him. He became thickly treasonous and spoke in terms of sweeping indecency. of a government which had forced upon him a white man's education, and neglected to supply him with a white man's salary. Fairly soon, we should, on the road, run into a way to move quicker. Let's head over here. Still no way to... Let's continue traveling along the road. We're going to take the train. Good day to you. Ah, that's important. Someone wants to speak to us, so let's speak to him. A Sikh Risaldar. It was an old man who had served the government in the days of the mutiny as a native officer in a newly raised cavalry regiment. The government had given him good holding in the village. He was still a person of consequence. I am this Holy One's disciples. We be not fortune tellers, nor jugglers, or beggars. You are not, that I can see, but I do not know that other. He marches well, though. I would set you on your road for a little. Ah, an old man who wants to walk with us, a Sikh. Excuse me. They walked on, the old man's high, shrill voice ringing across the field. As wail by long-drawn wail, he unfolded the story of Nicholson. Nicholson is dead. He died before Delhi. Lances of the North, take vengeance for Nicholson. This is a courtesy to be remembered, O man of goodwill, but why the sword? The old soldier looked as abashed as a child interrupted in his game of make-believe. Sukhwinder Singh? Oh, that was a fancy of mine, an old man's fancy. But the constables, so the constables are letting him carry a weapon even though it's against the law, because they all know him. A voice and a venomous whip cracking came out of a pillar of dust 50 yards away where a cart had broken down. Son of a swine! Is the soft part of the road meant for you to scratch your back upon? Father of all the daughters of shame and husband of 10,000 virtueless ones, your mother was devoted to a devil, being led thereto by her mother. Thy aunts have never had a nose for... These are a lot of insults. I'm offended. The old man's face lit with pride? Okay. Is that who is that? My child. Oh, gosh. That's weird. So he has a son who's insulting somebody. Kim came to rest under a tree, but the llama tugged impatiently at his elbow. Kim is saying, patience and he will give us a dole, or we must be on our way. I'm curious to see what a dole would be. The old man was off his pony in an instant, and they embraced as do father and son in the east and started talking. The llama was restless. Let us go on. The river is not here. Remember, we're looking for the river. Our river will not run away, says Kim. Uh-oh. Sukhwinder Singh's opinion, that did not work out. A good follower and a good port. Yes, he didn't give us anything. That was a whole lot of waste. Oh, no. He gave us 20 rupees. Ah. The llama, seeing the flash of the metal, droned a blessing. All right, well, that was worth our time. Let's continue on. Let's hope we can get to Umballa soon. I love the way Kim walks. I've said that before. We can travel on. A low cushion gave him a seat on which he had disposed himself in the cross-legged attitude of the Bodhisattva, emerging from meditation. Ooh, a black teakwood table, not 20 inches high, set with copper teacups, was before him. That sounds gorgeous. And in one corner stood a tiny altar. Oh, cool. Well, the road, we have yet to run into soldiers. We have yet to run into a cart. We have a place here where we might be able to buy some food, but the vendor is closed for the moment, so it's time to eat. We are hungry. Let's eat some spinach and a little bit of rice. So far, our happiness is pretty good, which is great. Let's take also a rest at the Sarai. It will cost us a few rupees, but we just made 20. Let's rest. And I want to always lower this so I can spend the least amount of time sleeping. Fatigue to 0. Wow. Are we not very tired? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying here? It's... looks like it's about 5 a.m. according to the clock down here. So let's sleep until 9. This is talking about gaily dressed crowds of whole villages turning out to some local fair. Okay, Llama is nervous. We will move on. We don't need any food, I don't think. But because we're taking such a while to get to Umballa, Muslim laborer, a Hindu farmer. Is there anyone of interest here on the road for us? Nope. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. These people have, I'm wondering if this means they are somehow special in some way? They have quests or something? Or just that they're English? Arthur Bennett, Church of England English chaplain? Let's look at some of these traits too. Ashen face and sedentary, looms large, slightly prefers those of the same religion. Father Victor, portly, wheezes at the slightest exercise. Miserly, zealot. Okay, well maybe they will become important later on. So I'm going to speed up our pace since we're moving so leisurely and see if that gets us to Umballa a little quicker. Here's another loading screen talking about... Oh, I just love the writing, the narrative. It's beautiful. Halting in the neck of some uplifted pass that gave on Spitiu in Kulu, would stretch out his hands yearningly towards the high snows of the horizon. I mean, come on, that's beautiful. All right, so this is what I was looking for. A cart, which will give us a little bit of speed up and take us straight to Umballa. From there on, from Umballa, for the rest of our time, we can take the train. I've noticed that sometimes there are little things hidden in the bush. I saw one once when I was playtesting, and it glints, and that's how you know. We are hungry. Let's eat up. Eat some rice and bread, because starch is good for you. And then also, let's make it worth our while with some sweetmeats. Raise our happiness. Doing well on that so far. So let's continue on. Where are we? Here. All right, destination Simla, Amritsar, or Umballa. Let's head straight to Umballa. That's 6 rupees, and we have the rupees at hand. It will take 2 days and 12 hours of travel on this horse cart. Those merrymakers stepped slowly, calling one to the other and stopping to haggle with sweetmeat sellers. It is dark, and we have reached Umballa. That gives us plus 10 merit. Look at this picture. That beautiful tree. So what it makes me wonder is, does this tree still live? Does it still exist? It very well could. The traveler will come to the church, which is in the Gothic style and was consecrated on the 5th of January, 1857. It is one of the finest, if not the finest church in India. So it is still just 20 years old at this time, 22. It was built by an officer of the Bengal Engineers named Atkinson, author of the well-known book Curry and Rice. So I'm curious, like I said, I think I've said this before, is Atkinson a real person? Is Curry and Rice a real book? The east window is stained glass from Newcastle. It's talking about the cost of things and how much cheaper they are to have them made in India. Once again, this is from Murray's Book of the Punjab. I should Google this, and I'll try to remember to do so and find out. Or you could do it also and let me know in the comments if Murray's Handbook of the Punjab is a real book. I'm sure it's probably, way out of print, but still. Okay. This welcomes us. We are now welcome to Umballa. I don't think we're very tired. Our fatigue is just 45. We're doing pretty good. But things are all closed up because the time. So let's sleep rough. In other words, let's just rest. And we will sleep for... I'm gonna just sleep 4 hours. We'll still be a little bit tired. Mother Earth was as faithful as a Sahiba. Ah, so this is what I mean. We've seen this one in this episode already. So these are just random loading screens, which is great, of interest. So we have reached Umballa, and here is the train line to Umballa. And as you can see it here, and this is the path we took. This is where we've gone in this entire episode. What I meant to do was go along the train line, but this was just as interesting. We found all kinds of interesting things here. Really cool. Really neat. So I'm going to end this episode here, and I'm going to pause the game here so that I might say to you that I hope that you were enjoying Kim. And this is a Rudyard Kipling adventure RPG, and it's awesome. This game is truly awesome. You should know that I do not bring a game to the channel that I have not tested and made sure that I was going to really enjoy it. And therefore, if I'm telling you it's awesome, I'm not making it up. I really love this game. It's beautiful and fascinating. And I hope you are as well, too. And if you are, hit the thumbs up button below. And if you love it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here for more of Rudyard Kipling's Kim in the next episode, where hopefully we're going to do some breaking and entering, get some lockpicks, and get our hands dirty, and maybe go to jail. Good times. Good times. But as always, thank you so much for watching.